Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Always got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. On first down, Tannehill. Incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 20.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And throw right side complete to Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And out come the Dolphins now. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Deep.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Get set. Base.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third and 2, Tannehill. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Sanders' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here's Stafford now on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Hey, 20. Let's get this ball back. Tiger.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hurry! It's Lock!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Zebra, get set. 26. Single.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tag.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Stafford, and that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll look to set up his blockers. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here come the Dolphins. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go, hustle, fellas. Tiger.
Here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And it's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Big 20. White.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, Abdullah. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. And he's able to put it through. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Get set. Hey, 20. Target.
Now Tannehill going for the deep ball. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. first down at Stafford. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
32.
On first down, Stafford here. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Receiver.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, 20.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Tannehill now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up toward the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
21.
They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Bust through the tackle. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun on third down, Stafford. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions. Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play. Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go. Zebra, quick. Hey, 20.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at his own 10. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
You got 4. Here we go. Quick. Zebra. Hey, 20.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12.
we go. Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10, Stafford again. It's complete to Golden Tate. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go with Abdullah again. Fighting him off. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kerry Hyder in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. On the left side, this is Stills. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, 20.
Tannehill on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Again, Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Quinn in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tannehill now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go.
Now Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Again, it's a duel. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We're rolling.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick. quick. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. But that didn't happen.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, 20.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. From the red zone now, Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to Red. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.